If you've walked along the mall at Mount Hood Community College, you've probably walked past these windows, but what you might not have known is that this is home to Mount Hood Community College's very own college radio station called KMHD2. Now that was news to me, so I talked to J.D. Kiggin about this radio station. One of the first questions I asked J.D. Kiggins is, what exactly is KMHD? Now, KMHD2 is different from KMHD because KMHD2 is the digital sub-channel of KMHD. KMHD was actually had its operational and programming rights signed away to OPB in March of 2009 by Mount Hood Community College, but Mount Hood Community College still retains the programming and operational rights of KMHD2, which as of now airs a college radio format.
But the station itself, we still do the basic programming. All the programming is up to date. We still service music labels, so that's one of the main components of the Co-Curricular, was to engage with the music industry, because it's kind of a partnership radio has with that industry, playing new records, supporting touring acts, and being engaged with the local music scene. We still do that. We're looking for creative ways in order to engage with our outside community. But the station's still operating, and we're still doing what it's doing. It's just we don't have a lot of voices on the air right now.
Before the pandemic, KMHD2 was home to many student-led programming, which includes students acting as DJs, holding radio shows, etc. But now, after the pandemic, KMHD2 now just hosts an automated playlist of current songs fitting the college radio format. But J.D. Kiggins wants to change that.
So I see KMHD2 becoming, hopefully becoming more sort of open and community facing, as opposed to strictly being something to train students, which is what we kind of had set up initially in the past. That was what it was for, as a training laboratory. But it would be great to be able to open it up to not only just students, but to the community at large, and maybe engage with some of the other smaller low power stations. It's a good opportunity for us to share resources.
Another important question I had is, how can students get involved with KMHD2 as a co-curricular? Take a listen.
Anybody that wants to come in and do a show, they should engage me, send us an email and say, we'd like to do a show. Typically when we do things like this, we ask for a proposal. We do offer time slots when we program the content. One of the things with radio is that we like to have consistency. We still like to have that consistency throughout our day parts, so that means anything from 7 a.m. until about 5 p.m. We like to play a format of music that's expected. During the other parts, though, there's opportunity to do whatever kind of show you'd like to do. And as far as like other kinds of shows, students are welcome to come in. You could do talk format, you could do music specialty shows, you can do, if you're wanting to just get on the air and play records, there's certainly, we provide sort of a playlist of suggested songs, and then you can, students can add their own to sort of help curate an hour or two. The one main condition that we have is that based on our consistency rules, like if you're going to be there at Wednesdays at 3 o'clock, we got to have you there every Wednesday at 3 o'clock. Yeah. Because otherwise it just sort of falls apart.
I talked to some people at Mount Hood Community College to see if they knew that we had KMHD2, and they'd be interested in making their own radio show. Take a look. Did you know that Mount Hood Community College had its own radio station?
I did not.
I didn't know that.
I did not.
I was aware of that, yes.
Would you be interested in the return of student-led talk shows and radio shows to KMHD2?
Well, I think that you probably deserve a chance. Absolutely.
If you knew that the resources were available to make a radio show, would you be interested in doing that?
Sure, that would be cool.
What type of radio show would you do if you were able to?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I actually don't know.
Maybe if I had a good producer, maybe a good co-host, I probably would. Maybe a talk show.
What would you talk about?
Probably just current issues affecting younger generation people. Maybe college stuff, homework, stuff like that probably.
Yeah, that sounds fun. I like being a part of academics, and I like being a part of people that are like-minded,
KMHD2 is a great resource here at Mount Hood Community College, and I hope we can get more students participating in it as a co-curricular. For The Advocate, I'm Kane Finders. Thank you for watching.